repertoire that we have so far, okay? So of course, and I am the leader here. Thank you, Marie, for being my partner. So first we'll start with just a basic, of course. We have our slow, quick, slow. Remember in the basic, we talked about making sure you plant your heel all the way down, your heel all the way down right here. Plant it, and slow, quick, slow. Then we have the outside turn. Leaders initiate that move on the quick, slow. I point out the window, quick, she comes back. And that's a military turn for the gal, okay? Then we have the inside turn. So remember, that one I pointed out and away. This one I lift and point inward, and I curve her, I'm looking that way, we walk along with it. So walk, slow, quick. I'll do another one without stopping. Quick, slow, quick, tip the kettle, walk, quick, slow, quick, slow. Then we added our turning basic. She comes across if we want to turn to the left. So leaders stay in place and rotate your frame. Slow, stay in place, rotate, she steps, and we walk quick, slow. Then if I want to rotate our partnership to the right, I have to offset her, then I come across. So quick, slow, quick, I come across, and then we walk quick, slow. Remember, I talked about looking out the window because that helps to get our bodies rotated well enough. I'll do another one. So I'm coming across, quick offset, quick come across, and walk slow. The only other thing that we have done so far is our confetti arms. So we do quick out the window, change hands here. Quick, slow. Quick, slow. Remember, slow is the accent of our dance, so that's when we'll want our fancy arms to happen. Slow. Quick, slow. Quick, slow. And we just drift right back to frame. Okay? Woohoo! Good job. Okay? Now, with the she go, he go, she go, he go, we can actually mix it up just like we did in cha-cha last week. So if I'm leading this, if I want to, I can go she, outside turn, she, outside turn. And I can do just hers. Quick. The difference is I'm guiding her hand out. I'm leading her through her turn. From the lady's point of view, that would look like this. So he points for her outside turn. She does her quick. She's already coming to connect. Okay, so she sees the hand. She sees it guide her that way. So she steps, stays in the rotated position. So I step. I don't even have to face him because I feel his hand sending me away and sending me away. Quick. Then if he goes, gals, I just step in place. Slow. I just connect with his hand as he turns under. Okay, so from the leader's point of view, if I want to turn as the leader, I'm going to do slow, quick, slow. So here I'm going to already keep her in place, slow. So I'm not pointing. I'm stepping under my hand so she collects in place, slow. Remember, that's solid, in place. Quick, slow, quick, slow. Okay? We're practicing it on both sides, both people. Like we talked about last week with cha-cha, one side's gonna feel funky. But just like in the cha-cha, we want to have both sides because one of the moves we're going to do is going to involve both people doing a military turn at the same time. Did you see that? That was a barrel roll, okay? So I'm just showing how things are going to, these building blocks are going to get fancier and fancier. Okay, so I still want to do a basic. So I have my 1, 2, 3, chop, 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 2, 3. This is the second basic here. 2, 3, chop, 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 2, 3. And then I can come to double hands. Okay? Only one crossover break though. We're only opening for this particular session, or moment, we're only opening to the kitchen. So again, leaders, do your whole basic first. Then I'm starting my new basic. So 1, 2, 3. Notice I change the hand and I roll the fingertips down. Cha, cha, cha. Now we open on the 2, 3. Cha, cha, cha. We get to this cupped hand position so that as the leader opens up, keep your hand cupped, leaders. Okay, and future patterns will show how important that is. But I keep the hand cupped because we still want to be able to find that connection here. 2, 3, and then we come back to cha-cha. And again, if I'm the leader facing the window, the lead happens on the cha-cha-cha to the right. 3, so I have my cha-cha-cha. We cross over on the 2. 2, recover, come back on the 3, back to cha-cha-cha. Again, we're just, so I do a basic, cha-cha-cha, 2, 3. On the second basic, I'm going to leave my first cha-cha-cha, cross over, 2, 3 double hands, cha-cha-cha, basic here, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha. Now watch this, here, cha-cha-cha, 2, 3. Other direction and just 1. Just 1. Okay, it's about, just do a little one here, 2, 3. Cha-cha-cha. So again, I'm just showing off my fingernails, but I'm keeping it contained. If I've got room, I'm gonna let it fly. I want it to be big and bold and beautiful, okay? Another idea, ladies, is I can swipe my pearls. 3, cha-cha-cha. So I think of it as I'm just brushing along my collarbone, where a beautiful pearl necklace might be, okay? So that'd be cha-cha-cha, 2, 3. And it can either expand, or it can just stay at the neck and come right back to the lead. Okay, 2, 3, cha-cha-cha. Another idea is just the hand on the hip, okay? And even when I put my hand on the hip, I'm making it a little bit more feminine by bending my wrist, okay? On the contrary now, as a leader, we don't want the bent wrists and the... So from the leader's point of view, first of all, put mittens on, okay? And the mitten has like a strong wrist. So the mitten goes up to the mid, like forearm here. Because we don't want to have a mitten on and still do this, right? Because that looks kind of dorky. So again, as a leader, I'm going to keep my mitten on. My first option is a big karate chop. Waka. Chop, chop, chop. Waka.
That's
okay?
mine. That's here. Yeah.
My other idea is the hand on the holster idea, or the hand on the cummerbund. Okay, so if I put my hand on the holster, it's more out to the side, like I'm going to do a stick 'em up, right? And notice not the bent wrist like it is with the female role. She can bend her wrist and make it more feminine. Leaders want it to be sharp, okay, like quick draw McGraw. Okay, so again, notice how I'm using my elbow to boom, wah, get that out. Lines and angles, sharp lines and angles for leaders. More debonair might be the hand on the cummerbund, okay? I think it looks great when leaders do that. And again, the thumbs are okay to be out kind of doing their thing. That's why I say a mitten. Thumb can be out, doesn't have to be though. Okay? So karate chop, holster, or cummerbund is what I like to think of, yeah? So I encourage you to do my cha-cha-cha. Right now, you do not know if I'm doing a crossover break or a military turn. In other words, they originate from the exact same position. So leaders, here's what we're going to do. As we lead, so I can choose to do a crossover break. Remember I mentioned how important it is to keep the hand cupped. So she's connected and you're stopping her energy. You're getting connection here at the end of the chain, right? And then I can do a basic. Now our other option is going to be to lead a double military turn, or each person military turn in. I call that roll through. So if I want to lead that cha-cha-cha, as I bring it over, I'm leading it just like a crossover break, but this time I'm going to roll. It's like I'm turning a doorknob, okay? So leaders, I turn the doorknob and I military turn away. And it can happen on either side, and that's why I don't want to get into a crossover. I don't want to get into a sequence. Okay, so leaders, again, as I'm leading this, it's as if I'm preparing for a crossover break, but I turn the doorknob as I'm doing my military turn. 3.
Let go.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. Don't turn it and try to, yeah.
Don't forget the let go part.
Turn it and let
Good
go.
idea. Good idea.
In fact, I'm going to show you with this, I'm turning the doorknob. I'm using my forearm to also kind of roll, and then we use our elbows are the last thing to touch. So she connects into that, and she can feel much more clearly that this roll through is happening. Okay, so ladies, for us, when we get to this position, I do not know what's happening, but I know I'm following my hand, and I'm gonna step across in front no matter what. So if he hooks the hand, I hook mine back, and I do my pretty arm, okay? But if he doesn't, if he adds rotation, if he twists that doorknob, I'm going to feel that, again, connecting through the forearm, and I'm gonna roll through, and I'm gonna come right back to see where he wants me to be. I'll usually offer my hands where he left them. Okay? Woo, we made it around full. Okay, Marie, are you willing and available for it? That's a problem, you guys be right here. Easy target. Okay, are we good? Are we ready? All right, so I'm the leader. You guys can get whatever view is best for your particular vantage point. Okay, so we first started talking, just reviewing our basic and the outside turn. Okay, so we have basic, 2, 3, 4, and 1. I lead the outside turn by going chop, 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 around on the 2, 3, chop, chop, chop. Then we talked about how I can lead her 2, 3, and then I can lead her in the other direction. 2, 3, good. And then I can come back to basic. Then if I want as a leader, I can tell her I'm gonna turn. So chop, 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 2, 3, chop, 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 2, 3. And then we can mix it up. You know, talked about how it can be like a she goes, he goes. So chop, 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 2, 3. Notice my stop sign was early so that she had a clear message there for her. Okay? The move we added today was the crossover break. So for the leaders, I want to think of still leading or initiating this move on the cha, cha, cha. We don't cross over until the 2, 3 though. So if I'm here in this double hand position, I have my 1, 2, 3. What I first do is I release the outside hand and I start to guide her forward with the, currently my left hand. I don't want it to be early though. So again, it's a slow progression, chop, chop, chop. Then on the 2, 3, we open. Chop, 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 and bring it through. We do our 2, 3. We talked about hands. I gave, pause for a second, I gave leaders the man options of put your mitten on, karate chop, hand on the holster, remember that, an elbow, boom, or the hand on the comfort button. And the ladies, I gave the ideas of show off your fingernails or your ring, swipe your pearls, or kind of like a little sexy hand on the hip. Different than the hand on the holster, right? We want it to be feminine, right? Okay, so we played with that. Then we put the two concepts together. We did the crossover break with the idea, sorry, I was doing ladies footwork, with the idea of now adding a roll through. So the crossover break opens up, right? Leaders, I mentioned you must hook the fingertips. So that's keeping her just crossing over and returning. So again, I hook the fingertips, she compresses into that, and then she knows she's coming back. But if I think of rolling through, I'm turning the doorknob. Now notice what I'm doing, and I'll do it for that side too. What I'm doing is I'm turning the doorknob and it's rolling her hand off of mine in the other direction. Okay, so we'll do it now, and then we're gonna go slow-mo, which is hard, so thank you already. 1, 2, 3. I start turning the doorknob, 2, 3. So for this side of the room, we had our chop, chop, chop. I'm already starting to turn the doorknob. We use our forearms, and I'm rolling her hand off of mine. So she lets go, off of mine. And then we come back. So chop, 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 roll away, 2, 3. Chop, 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 2, 3. Chop, 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 2, 3. Chop, 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 2, 3. Yeah? Good job, you guys. Woo!